Hello everyone and welcome back to Nancy Drew part 7, I believe, of The Silent Spy. So, I think I know what I have to do in this part, and I know I promised in part 6 that we were going to talk to a bunch of people, and we are going to still do that, don't worry. But I want to work on this puzzle first, a little bit. So, we're going to go to Loch Lomond. And we're gonna go over here. Because I thought we didn't have everything. Okay, you're gonna freeze on me. I thought we didn't have everything, but apparently we actually do. So I guess we can kind of work on this for a little bit. So basically all we have to do is we have to put all these symbols in the correct order, and we just have to figure out what order that is. So that's part of the puzzle, and I think I also took a picture of the other part of the puzzle. This is it. So, this is number 1, I believe. So it's got to be the hashtag, let's see, so hashtag goes over here, and then the little carrot top symbol, and then, I forget what the last one was. The percentage sign, okay. So that's basically all you have to do, is you just got to keep looking at what patterns are there, and yeah, it's not too difficult, so I just forgot what I had to do. So I'm going to do that really quickly, and I'm going to speed up this part so it doesn't take too long. Alright, so that's the solution for the middle part, and then we have to work on the letters on top. So the way we do that is we look under here. So there's 8, 3, 6, 4, and 7, and that's how many times we have to press this button. So this is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Music themes reveal Ace. I think she's talking about the song she wrote. Maybe I could convince Dad to help me with that.
Okay, so we finished that part of the puzzle. So, let's call Dad and see if he'll help us.
You've reached the personal line of Carson Drew. Please direct all business matters to the firm switchboard.
Dad's not picking up. Let's call Ned.
Hi, Nancy.
So, am I on speakerphone?
Yeah. Yes, Nancy, you are on the speakerphone.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I would like to remind...
Shut up, Ned.
Don't talk to Ned that way.
Actually, at this, juncture, that might be warranted.
Thank you, Ned.
You're welcome.
Shut up, Ned. Nancy, do you want to take a guess at why I'm upset with Ned right now?
He broke into the house?
Well, can't say that doesn't factor in. I'm upset with Ned because he let you talk him into something dangerous, and he wasn't smart enough to stop you.
Whoa, hold on.
All due respect, Mr. Drew, you're wrong.
All due respect, Mr. Nickerson, you're a complete...
Let me finish. I know how serious this is, but I also know Nancy.
Better than her own father, I assume?
As well as... But I can admit something you can't.
And just what exactly is that?
Nothing I say is going to stop Nancy, not this time. I understand why you don't want to help her, but that'll make things more dangerous for Nancy. She called me because she knows that my faith in her is stronger than my fear for her. So, now you can tell me to shut up.
The poem is on the top shelf of the bedroom closet. Can you go get it and give me a moment with Nancy?
Sure thing, Mr. Drew. Sorry I burgled your house.
Nancy, I don't know what to do here, kiddo. I wish you would just come home. But I think Ned is right, and you were right to go to him.
Thanks. I'll talk to you again soon.
Okay, so let's call and see if Dad will pick up on his phone because we still need to ask him about the music box.
Hi, Nancy.
Okay.
I need the sheet music to that song Mom always played.
It's gone.
All the way gone?
All the way gone. It was in the files I had shredded.
I think Mom hid a code in that song.
A code.
I remember she told me that there were certain musical phrases.
That stood for each of us. I know.
That's true then?
It is. She wrote the song for me a long time ago. And then when you were born, she rewrote it. She added you into the song.
I really needed that.
I can. I'll get it to you. I can remember it. It might take a little while.
You play piano?
Your mom taught me that song, but it's been a while. I'll see what I can do.
You were too rude to Ned.
I was angry.
I know, but
I'll talk to him. That's the first time he stood up to me like that.
well, that's the first time he needed to.
Okay, you win. Look, I'm not going to be the most helpful person in all of this, but I'll stop being an obstacle.
Thank you.
Don't thank me yet. You and I have some talking to do when you get home.
Okay. Fabulous. Oh, there's a lot to talk about with Dad. I guess we'll start at the beginning.
I need to know everything.
Fine. But hey, do you remember the name of your kindergarten teacher's dog?
Sure, Zabo.
Good. You still have that impeccable memory. Remember this and tack it onto the back of every single thing I say. Please come home.
What did Mom really do?
She was a journalist.
What kind?
You know how you write me and Hannah those letters?
Yeah?
That's pretty much what she did. She'd head out, tackle some strange mystery that had gotten her attention, and then she'd come back with the answers.
Do you know anything about the colony operation?
Just what's in the news.
Do you think there's any truth to the idea that someone is trying to start it up again?
I'm almost certain of it.
Why?
When people come looking for Kate's things, they always want to focus on what she was working on last. There was this very persistent woman who wanted everything Kate worked on, all of her notes.
Recently?
Yes, I should have just handed them over. Maybe you wouldn't be drawn into all this.
What information could Mom have that's so important?
I know I shouldn't be telling you this.
But you're going to?
Your mother somehow threw a wrench into the entire operation. Her plan before she left, at least from what I could figure out, was to find some scientist, presumably the one who helped with the attack, and put him in protective custody. It sounds like he was just some guy who got in over his head. He'd be happy to hide from everything. I assume she was able to do that, but that's all I've been able to figure out.
Do you know about hiding information in playing cards?
Yeah, your mother loves stuff like that.
Really?
Oh yeah, she was always into weird codes and games. She'd hide notes from me and you everywhere, remember?
Of course.
She taught me how to use cards. They're tough to make, but pretty cool. Did you find some cards?
Yes?
Did you soak them? If you haven't, you need to. They'll open up if you leave them in
Well,
water.
we already
for a
have
bit.
that, so.
Why don't we ever talk about Mom?
I didn't want to upset you.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's why I never talked to you about her.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know where to start.
me either.
You know, when it's time, it's time. We'll talk then.
Do you think I should work with Zoe?
I've asked around. I can't get official confirmation, but my sources here seem to think this Zoe girl might be the real deal. That doesn't mean you should do everything she says.
Alright.
Talk to you
As
later.
long as we know someone's opinion on the matter. Okay, so we've done our talking to... Wow, okay, my computer's really slow right now. Alright, so let's talk to Alec, I think. We're just going to do all of our talking to everyone, and then in the next part we'll do more stuff.
Alright.
Why is my computer so slow?
What do you know about the group who has your sister?
Nothing.
I need more than that.
Yeah, me too.
There must have been something they told you.
Can you even understand why I don't want you to go after the creeps who are holding my sister?
Impasse. I want to live, you want your sister to live, and Revenant is standing in the way of both. Like it or not, we're stronger together.
Stronger than we are alone. But not stronger
He's
than
not
they
wrong.
are.
What kind of information did your contacts want to know about me?
Let's not.
Oh no, let's.
Not. I agree. Done.
Tell me a little more about the cases you take.
No. Yeah, no. I'm gonna land on no.
Alright,
Talk to you later.
fantastic.
See you around.
So let's go talk to Zoe, I suppose, and then we'll talk to Moira. I think there's a lot we
Make
have
it
to talk to
quick.
Moira about.
What was the colony operation?
It was exactly what you saw in the notes.
Why did it happen?
The short story is, we don't know for sure.
Who is we?
Me, plus other people. And we don't discuss guesses.
I know you bug my room. What do I have that everyone wants so badly?
We believe that the operation your mother knocked offline involved a biological attack against Glasgow. We think she intercepted a delivery intended for Revenant. You were brought here because no one can find it. And the going theory is that you're the key to what Kate knew.
I didn't even know she was a spy.
No one thinks you know what it is, we just think you know it.
You used the alibi Samantha Quick before, haven't you?
Yes, I have been meaning to tell you about this. You don't steal someone's alias. That is so rude.
I can't believe you broke into that case. What is your problem? I've got you in under control.
It was glass. I had a glass breaker. I wanted what was inside. You've got to get one of those.
I have the situation covered.
I know. That's why I cheated.
Okay, fantastic.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Samantha Quick was an alias that Nancy stole back in what game was it? Phantom of Venice. Samantha Quick was in that one, and we stole her I almost said identity, but we stole her alias. So yeah, that's why she's mad.
All right there.
Do you know what the story with the locked letterbox is?
That's Kate's. Don't have a clue how to unlock it.
Why did we lose contact with each other?
We didn't. Your father got in the way.
Why?
Don't blame him. When your mum found out she was going to have a child, she made a promise. No work that would put her or you in danger, so no cathedral. She stuck to that promise, except when I made her break it, which was as often as I could. There was a really close call one night.
What happened?
I'd rather not say. Your father took you and left. And he was right too. Kate chose you over Cathedral and me. And she was right too.
What's the story with your record player?
Go on, take a look. I'm a novice turntablist.
You, DJ?
Once in a while. Mainly just party nights at the pub down the way. But I've been branching out into deep house lately.
Really? Oh, that's surprising.
I know you think you're going to stay the same age forever, but you won't. There, is this better? Oh, that belongs to the sweet young man who brings my meals. He's such a dear, even helping me dig my own grave in the back garden.
All right, I get it.
Have a seat, dearie. I'll tell you about how things used to cost less. And then I'll say something racist, and you won't even know what to do about it because I'm old and it just seems like a lost cause at this point.
Enough. I'm sorry. It's a completely expected hobby.
Okay, that was weird.
Why are people after you right now?
The colony operation is restarted and they're looking to pick up where they left off. Nancy, your mother's death wasn't an accident.
I know. That's what the message that led me here said.
I know it wasn't an accident. Your father knows it wasn't an accident. The only other people who know are the people who killed her. That's who sent you the message.
Why was I brought to Glasgow?
They think you might be the key to the secrets Kate left behind.
I'm not.
You could be. Kate would never give you information that would put you in danger, but the more you love someone, the more you show your secrets, whether you mean to or not. That's why the family of a spy is never safe, as your father was fond of pointing out.
Who is the silent spy?
What?
The message I got mentioned a silent spy.
Ah, it's gallows humor. It's a take on an old book.
Meaning...
The only silent spy is a dead spy.
How did you and my mom know each other?
We were both in the same J-school program. She was a better journalist than I was, and I hated her for it. A fact I made plainly clear. After graduation, I was happy I'd never have to see that smug face of hers ever again. Until, of course, in true Kate style, she called out of the blue to say she'd set me up with a job at the paper she'd been working at. I don't know if she mistook my hatred for healthy competition, or what it was all about. Your mother had this infuriating habit of expecting the best out of people. She confused me into being nice to her. I dare say I miss her almost as much as you must.
My father told me not to trust you. Something's not adding up here.
I'm not sorry that I lied. I'm sorry that I have to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I can see that.
Your mother came back to Scotland because I begged her to. She told me for months that Cathedral was like her family, but you and Carson were her family. She had a responsibility to you. She had made a promise to your father, and she meant it. But I begged. I told her I believed she was the only one who could help me stop the attack. That wasn't the lie.
What was?
I promised her she'd have round-the-clock MI5 protection from wheels down to meeting you at baggage claim back home. She trusted me.
There was no one watching her, was there?
No. As surely as she saved untold lives, I took hers with that lie. I took her from you with that lie. Please forgive me. Better yet, don't forgive me. Get angry and leave and go home.
Alright.
Nancy.
So you are a spy, and my mother, was she?
She was.
Why didn't you tell me earlier?
I made a promise to Kate that if anything happened to her, you would never, ever be dragged into this mess.
What made you change your mind?
You dragged yourself in. From here on out, it's survival.
Oh, good grief. There's a lot to talk about. Alright, start at the beginning.
How did you become friends with my mom?
We worked together at the Standard. She did features, I did news. She was a good friend.
So the two of you worked together back when you were a reporter?
Still am. Well, a blogger, so hard to say.
Everyone keeps telling me to leave. I can't do that.
You still don't get it. This isn't dangerous to just you. You just made your entire life a target. Your father, your friends, anyone who knows you.
Does that include you?
Oh, don't factor me in. I bought my ticket years back.
Do you know anything about my Cathedral contact, Ewan?
Not a thing. I lost the keys to Cathedral long ago. In my experience, Cathedral means well, but don't trust recklessly.
Did my mom live out here after I was born?
Not quite. She'd come out here for months at a time with you and your father. Back then, we were still writing together. You weren't in school yet, so you were good to go anywhere. And Carson used to like it here. Those were good times.
Talk to you later.
Okay, so
Bye.
that's Moira. And I think we're gonna just go quick talk to Ewan and then call it quits for this part. And I think everyone's been caught up with. We're not missing any, like, important discussion points that I think would be interesting for you guys to hear. And if I walk back outside, I swear on everything good in this life, I'm gonna... Alright, let's go back up. Why did I go up? I'm stupid. Okay, we're gonna go down to Ewan. I'm gonna go quick talk to him, because I know there's some things that we can talk about, but he's the most boring character, so...
Someone put a tap on my computer. Was it you?
No!
Alright, if it was, I'll know
Whoops.
eventually.
Okay, so...
I think Alec is spying on me.
Really? Why would he do that?
I have no idea. He says Revenant took his sister.
I'll look into it.
What exactly was the colony operation?
The idea was simple. Manufacture a disaster. In this case, it was the release of a virus designed not to kill, but to incapacitate. Pushing the city into a state of disaster. That's stage 1.
What's stage 2?
As far as we understood, if the Glasgow cell carried out the first stage, Revenant would take over.
Okay, what would they do next?
They'd send in support, put the city back on its feet, and in the days that follow, seize all positions of authority under the guise of emergency action. Drive the stake in the ground, so to speak, and never give back what was taken. Colony was a bit tongue-in-cheek, operations name-wise. It wasn't about shifting a population, it was about shifting power. It was about obedience.
So why is the colony operation starting again?
Still not sure. Here's the theory. Just like the good guys figured out Revenant existed, so did some bad guys. And maybe they thought, what if we follow the old script? Will they show up and play their part?
Hello? Okay.
Which is pretty cute if you think about it. Almost like a seance to conjure a ghost.
I still don't understand why Revenant would want to carry out an attack like this.
They do not care.
That does not make sense.
They don't. They are playing the long game.
What long game?
I would kill to find out.
It seems like Revenant was obsessed with getting the formula correct. Why?
The formula is important. Too deadly. Obviously a problem. Revenant will not show up unless you hit the sweet spot. They're interested in using this as a test drone, not in racking up civilian casualties. Too easy to fight off, then it's just a cold. You need to knock 3/4 of the city under a pile of blankets. Then you're home free.
What about children, the elderly, people who are already sick?
You know, I don't want to think about that. Back to the formula. If the operation is running again, there is most likely a lab working on an approximation of the virus. Getting everything in place for when the proper formula is available.
Once it is, how long would it take to be unleashed?
Depends on a lot of factors, quicker than anyone would like. If anyone can find the original scientist, or the original formula, it's a matter of time.
If they find both?
They'll have it ready almost instantaneously.
Is it true that Revenant only allows others to act for them?
Let's hope so. If not, then we're terrible at our jobs. The truth is, we think they're us. Imagine what you could do with these resources if your aim went askew.
Is Moira really former Cathedral?
That's true.
And she's retired?
Retired, fired. Guess one's easier to say than the other.
What does Revenant want?
The crazy thing is, what they want makes sense. Do not tell anyone I said that.
Not a popular opinion, I'm guessing.
That one rarely gets asked to the dance. What they want is to rewrite the rules of the world.
What do you mean?
Imagine if you got to rewrite the rules of society. Who gets what, who leads, who follows. I bet you'd make a lot of changes.
Right.
But as the lesson of every sci-fi movie where robots become self-aware states, in our flaws lie our perfections.
See you around.
Goodbye.
Alrighty, so I think I'm going to end the part here since we've talked to everyone, but I'll be back very soon with the next part. Alright, bye.